Good morning, everybody. Gears here on day 3 of painting, and I got some video of the car after the wash yesterday, but yeah, that'll razor blade off, but it doesn't matter because the glass is getting pulled. Little flecking here and there. I should be able to rub that off or wash it down, otherwise it kind of works, I suppose. There's definitely some nice pieces of rust all around. There's a lot of good 3D texture going on here that really makes it feel like the corrosion is starting to pop through. Some of the larger areas of rust aren't quite convincing yet, but thanks to arriving just this very morning, my new copy of Fine Scale Modeler, and in it, realistic rust. Put extra mileage on a pickup with motor tool, salt, paint, and pigments. So yes, the motor tool, the Dremel, dun dun dun. I'm probably going to be spending a day of the Dremel just gouging up the plastic a little. Perhaps even the Tamiya handy drill will be the better option, and that is really going to send it over the top. See, now here's a beautiful piece. A lot of splattering paint all around. Bit of silver underneath, and then sporadic little tiny bits of rust here and there. Whereas this one is not quite convincing. Some nice silver in here. That's not too bad. It's the different colors that make it, I think. Orange and then the brown. Whereas over here, it's just basically this it's definitely a gradient of a couple colors, but it's a fine gradient rather than a splatter gradient. Doesn't look like I did too much rust down at the bottom at all, so I may have to correct that today, but no, that wouldn't matter because then it would only go down to white, which I still do want it to do now that I'm thinking of it. There's some nice work in here. Work. I shouldn't call it work. This is definitely a certain amount of chance overall. This is kind of neat. It's not totally convincing. Well, I don't know. Through the camera lens it looks good. In person it's like, not totally sure. I think probably one of the biggest problems with it overall is that it's blotches. So blotch, 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 blotch. It's just not quite random enough. Yeah, it should be different heights and different size blotches. Like these 4 blotches here are pretty much the same amount of size. That one being the largest, that the smallest. Whereas down here it's a blotch, but it kind of covers separate surfaces. Down in here it's at a corner where it makes sense. This, I'll definitely be able to make that look good. It's not great right now, again, because of the large area of a single color. That's not too bad in there. See if I can get the reflection out of that. Well, the pattern of the paint breakup is really nice. Again, it's the single gradient behind there that just doesn't sell it. Different little small patches of rust would have been better. Something like this, even though there's a single color of rust in here, it's so granular that it's just convincing. I may be pulling the spoiler off. In fact, why don't I look at that now and see what it will take. Looks like these 2 bolts right there, or maybe all 4 actually. And there is a wire going up to the top brake light somewhere. And with a few moments searching, tools were found, and it's going to be nice to be able to treat this as a separate element. Definitely changes the look of the thing. And seeing the original blue again is quite the surprise. So therefore I'll be able to treat this back piece just a little bit differently now, but I'm still not going to pay too much attention to it. I'll be putting more details into the spoiler more than anything else. So it looks like the plan is to mask off problem areas like that. And so the entire top half can now get sealed under newspaper, it looks like. So I'm very happy about that. And then I'll be masking individual panels off, fixing colors, that kind of thing. So that will take some time, and probably quite an amount of contact paper and masking tape as well. We'll see. I am on a forced 5-second break. I have to cut these masks for the door. I've been cutting masks all day long. This is the gold mask. That's going to cut across the front and go to the back of the doors. And out of all the masks, individual panels, and everything that I've been cutting all day, at the very least, wanted to get as much of this one on camera as I could since I'm taking a break. Trying to drink a lot of water. Bit of a dehydration headache, but all is going well. Another one bites the dust. Today it's only been 3 cans. Yesterday was 12, the day before was 14, I think. So we should be up to 10, 20, 29 of them at this point. And I went a little loose with this because I was doing some touch-ups. The original color I put down I didn't like, so I put this darker one back on, which is what I put on in the first place. And then I've just cut probably the most complicated mask I've done or will do for this vehicle yet. I can't wait to pull it off. I'm about to right now. I just wanted to get this on video because it's definitely a once in a while situation. Haha. And with still some light left to lose, I'm done for day 3. Definitely some cleanup for tomorrow. No worries on that. Really sucks that I gotta clean all this up. That's 2-3 different colors of white right there. One of which I may not have anymore. I'll have to check. Covering up the top pretty much led to the entire thing being done today. I think I really like this stuff here. I freaked out when that blue first happened, but I like it a lot. I freaked out when all this brown happened, but after some sanding and cursing and stuff, it definitely looks better. Minor freak out when all this red went over here, but that's easy to fix. Looking at this from a distance, it almost looks like an Uber mustache to me for some reason, except a little different. So I may have to paint that differently, even though that's basically reference. Some kind of brown shape-ish in the front there. There's always alternates and variations that I can do. Some more touch-ups to do over here. Definitely a line of paint running down there, color rather, on that one as well. Gonna take it to the car wash for the evening. Some masking here to do tomorrow for touch-ups. I'll probably be doing touch-ups on day 3 as well, I imagine. Day 5 rather. But as for tomorrow, day 4, I think the F stripes go on. I have to resupply. I've run out of tape completely, run out of newspapers. Probably ran out of a couple colors of white. One of them I can't get anymore, unfortunately, because the Home Depot is out of stock and I don't feel like going to a different one. So that still leaves me with 4 or 5 different tones of white I can use, so I'm not hurting. I had a thought that I salted the yellow and the red here a lot more than I did, but apparently not. So I may be rubbing a lot of that away by hand. And a last minute inspiration was to throw the baby blue on the back here. I took the spoiler off, as you saw before, painted that silver, and decided to throw it back on for the night. And yeah, so not too bad for day 3. It's definitely going a lot faster than I had thought it would, and I'm really psyched about how it's going. A lot of times today I was really like, oh shit, I just really screwed up, but it's gonna work out, especially with 2 more days. Thanks for watching. See you. Don't know if I like the door handles yet or not. I really freaked out over this blue at first, but this is great. Yeah, it's really a piece of poster board stuck in the paint there that I'm still trying to scrub out. That's really nice. That should all wash away. I was doing a little wet sanding for a test. Definitely got to repaint this rail. All pure accident as newspaper flew around in the wind. Don't know what color I'm going to do these mirrors yet.